wild card entry from Tucson, Arizona, is playing very well, and the number 6 seed, Andre Agassi. Last year, Agassi was a semifinalist here, but from that point on, it's been a patchy ride for the Denim Dynamo. He was the new American darling, flashy and flamboyant, and bound to become number 1. At the age of 18, superstardom had discovered Andre Agassi. But that was last year. 1989 has been an entirely different story.
For me, the best word to describe it is confused. There was enormous pressure on him, not only to perform well, but to win. Agassi was having so much fun on the court last year. He was enjoying himself, having a great time. He was Hollywooding out there. But the thing is now, this year, he's expected to win. He's always going to be a talented and dangerous player at times, but if he's going to be a top 5 player or any sort of a champion, things have to change quite a bit. John was acting out, but it's getting real frustrating out here.
Agassi's decline started with a lackluster show in last year's Open semifinal and continued this year with a mediocre effort in the Italian final. He skipped Wimbledon and then collapsed in the Davis Cup against Germany. In fact, Agassi has yet to win a tournament this year. His ranking has slipped, his frustration mounts.
He's got to learn to dig deep inside himself and really produce over the long haul mentally. If something doesn't come easily to him, he tends to pack it in.
America was looking for another person for whom to root for and to win big titles and to behave themselves and present the perfect American image. And all of that was heaped on Andre Agassi's head, probably before he could handle it.
Yes, way too much attention last year, way too much publicity, way too much.
He wants to get away from the pressures of the off-court, but he still wants to win on-court. Well, you can't do that. One goes in hand with the other, and you must face that fact.
That ought to wake up the country club. Probably having been brought up in Las Vegas doesn't help. He's about as substantial in many ways as the neon lights on the strip.
Agassi's image in the press has taken something of a beating, but not even bad reviews can sway a rabid fan following.
It would have been too easy if this year was another bad year. You measure a great person, not only in the up, but the down. And if you can work your way through those down points, I think you become a better person, not only a better athlete, but a better person. So I think that's part of growing up.
With his achievements have come great expectations. Now the question is, can Andre Agassi survive the boiling atmosphere of the pressure cookers in which he's immersed?
I think it's just a matter of time before he turns it around. I mean, he is by no means a lost cause, and he could still wind up being one of the best. No question about that.
Well, I happen to agree with Arthur Ashe on that score. This young man is a young man. We sometimes forget. We have to keep reminding you the ages of these outstanding players in both the men's and women's side of this tournament. Andre Agassi is still growing in many ways. And he's upcoming against Jim Grabb. That could be another battle between two fine young Americans.
And let's see. I think they're just about to make their way out. Agassi, yes. To the acclaim of the crowd that remains in the stadium, and Jim Grabb. Jim Mayotte has won. Yvonne Wendell and Tesnicoff will play later on this afternoon in the grandstand. I was interested to see when Mary Carrillo was talking to Jim Mayotte, he asked him if he thought that his game was tuned enough, good enough to beat Yvonne Lendl. What do you think?
Well, Lendl's the best player in the world, and you've got to be very fine-tuned to come close to beating him, but Tim's playing as well as he can play, and that's all you can ask for and hope for. And he's got to be psyched up, and he's positive in his own mind, and I think that gives him the best chance he's going to have.
Mary, what about this match coming up here on the stadium?
Well, you know what? I think if Jim Grabb tries to play a great match, he'll lose. Because he'll try to overplay. He'll try to do too much with his serve, too much with his volley. If he can hang with Agassi, then he's got a chance. Because what we've seen from Andre Agassi this year, much more so than last year, is that in the crunch, he doesn't always come up with it. And if you can stay out there with him, if you give Agassi the impression that you're just going to be on him all day long, then maybe he's got a chance.
Tony, in that feature that we just did about Andre Agassi, do you agree with that? Too much too soon, too much pressure too soon, or too young to handle it, or what?
Well, one of my theories, Pat, is that when you play like he plays, that means with abandon. When you're young and no one expects anything of you, it's easy to pull the trigger. And he said, I hit those balls. It amazes me. I wail on the forehand, and it goes in. They're all going in, so it's great. Now he gets to number 3 in the world, and people say, hey, he's a good player, which he is, and he's supposed to win. Now, all of a sudden, you can't play, or you don't play with the same abandon. As a result, you're not the same type of player. I think there's one other thing as well. He takes the ball very early. He gets it back to you in a hurry, hits it hard. In a lot of situations, another player might not hit it so hard, and it takes players time to adjust to those kind of things. They are now adjusting to him, so it's not quite as effective.
So, coming up here in the stadium, the 6th seed, Andre Agassi, against unseeded Jim Grabb. That's coming up. On the stadium court, Andre Agassi and Jim Grabb warming up, getting set to play. Andre Agassi gets set for his match with Jim Grabb. That's coming up as our coverage of the U.S. Open of 1989 continues. That's familiar garb. Shirt out, the denim shorts.
The key to Agassi's game, of course, is his return of serve. Last year when he was on his hot streak, he dictated play with his return, totally demolishing his opponent's biggest strength immediately. It's so discouraging. I'll never forget a match he played against Kevin Curran, who has a pretty big serve, and who had killed Jimmy Connors a couple of years ago. As you have a look, he hasn't impressed yet. Neil Broad is the only serve and volleyer he's played so far, and he handled him.
Jim Grabb, you see, has had a struggle, and beating Emilio Sanchez in the 3rd round was a terrific feat for him. A fine effort. Proves to you that he is an outstanding tennis player, reigning French doubles champion with Patrick McEnroe.
Tucson, Arizona, 6'4", 175. Ranked number 61.
And he's a nice young man.
And there's the first double fault for the match. As I was saying, last year, Andre Agassi, in the Memphis tournament, he was playing on a pretty fast indoor hard court against Kevin Curran. First point of the match, Curran hit a gorgeous slice serve. Agassi got it back for a clean winner before Curran was 3 feet into the baseline, and Curran was so demoralized he didn't get another first serve in for the next 2 games. That's what Agassi can do to you when he's hot.
I remember a match that Agassi played in the French 2 years ago with Delander for 4 sets. Master never seen many balls go hit for winners on a clay court in 4 sets, and then Agassi ran out of gas and lost in 5. Here's another look. Now you know you're in trouble. Big forehand by Agassi. Top spin, gets the ball down low, hits it hard. That was the easy part. The return is what set it up. 30 all.
Got a nice second serve, Jim Grabb. He's not afraid to take chances on it.
6'4", he looks like he's serving after coming out of a tree. Awfully good angle into the court.
Serve is 8 by Grabb. ball to net. I'm sorry. He thought it was. He was already over to the chairs.
So was Agassi.
The call was made on the net court judge, made very quickly.
Okay. Yeah.
Grabb wins the first game. First set. Andre Agassi sets the third. Had Love won the first set. And I agree with what one of the things Michael said particularly, and that was that you learn oftentimes more when you lose than when you win. When you win, you're pretty satisfied with the way things went, and sometimes you don't think about it as much. But when you lose, you try to really figure out what the heck went wrong, what might have I done differently, and that's how you learn for the next time.
It's been long.
To look at Agassi's serve, that right leg is back, sort of the way McEnroe stands. I don't think that's a good way to do it, frankly, because it's too tough to get your front leg and hip out of the way. But he does rotate, comes off the ground, fully extended, and his serve just took him to 30-15. Serving is an area I think that he can improve some. Over in the grandstand. This had 4-11 the second set, so I looks like they're going to level that as a set apiece. Very graceful. Jim Grabb. Makes it 1-all. 1-all. USTA's National Tennis Center in Flushing Meadow, New York. Trying to advance to the quarterfinals. Andre Agassi and Jim Grabb. Two more young Americans.
What's up to see?
I think if you could talk to Jim Grabb right now, you say, are you nervous? You say, you're darn right I'm nervous. I'm trying that cool and nonchalant, but I'm turning. He doesn't get out in this center court very often. And this is a big moment in his young tennis career. Funny how they look so cool and so relaxed, but they're really not. I think one thing we will see Agassi do some of today, and that is the offensive lob, the top-spin lob, because Jim Grabb does have a tendency to close and make one volley and keeps moving forward, and though he's 6'4", you're vulnerable to that quick top-spin lob. couldn't hit a sound, so he's usually think some cannonballs coming, and you throw that slow curve at him, get him way out ahead of it sometimes. Or sometimes you can't take advantage of the noise. Really long, just barely. If I were playing catch, I would serve with the planes coming over, but would not receive when they're coming over, sort of mess with your strings and wait until it's gone. And that's all legal. The other guy can do it too, if you want.
There it is, Tony. The first of what you can assume could be might be very many lobs, and Agassi's got a good lob, defensive and offensive. This one, of course, he had total control of, plenty of work on it. And Grabb he's real tall, but there's no reason to chase that down. It's too well struck.
Not that tall, is he? No.
Nobody's that tall.
Now it's break point. The other good thing about that is they come from low to high with a racket head. Same way with the ground stroke, the passing shot, so you can't see it coming in advance.
Again, Grabb has to show mental strength. He's gonna get weak on some of these returns, but he just has to keep going for it. Not trying to do too much. Gotta make Agassi do it.
He leads 2-1, first set. Well, Agassi, if he gets a swing at those second serves, he can be tough to beat because, as Mary mentioned earlier, he just pounds it, and Jim's going to have to serve awfully well. He's just about set. Wendell and Chesnikov to play later this afternoon on the grandstand court. Jim Mayotte is advanced. The Birds and Connors tonight. Agassi and Grabb on the stadium now. So now 2 break points for Grabb to get him back on serve. It's like long ago, Pat, when you had 128 people in this tournament, in the men's, another 120 in the ladies. And by the end of this day, we'll be down to 8 in each division. It's going to get better and better. It's the bottom half of the men's draw. Becker against Noah, Christine against Berger. of the climax of this tournament. The finals to come next week. It will be on Friday and Saturday.
This year's US Open was number 119. Diego Narciso is the last guy to get right into the main draw. They saved room in the draw for wild cards and qualifiers. And Jim Grabb asked for the wild card weeks ago because at the time he was only ranked 135. Then he had a real strong Stratton Mountain this summer. Pete Michael sang in the process, and he's now ranked 65 in the world.
I don't think that tactic will work for Jim unless he makes an excellent approach. And when you try to take the ball early off the serve like that, almost take it just after it bounces, you have to really be outstanding to do that consistently well. Agassi leads 3-1 now.
Really bad luck for Jim Grabb that he's got the kind of game he loves to face. Andre loves pace.
Also
and
likes the target.
He loves targets. He loves it.
That means the guy coming to the net, you can measure the person, the net, and the whole deal.
15 all. You like when points go quickly, and there's not a lot of mental effort. He just gets to react.
When he's involved, they usually do go quickly. Cross-court with it, the back went down the line. Plus the noise of the airplane, you couldn't tell it was a mistake. Kinko has won the first game of set number 3 over in the grandstand. Coming up in the grandstand, Lindell, the number 1 seed, Ivan and Andre Kasnikov. Game to Agassi, 4-1.
Agassi leads 4-1. It's interesting, though. Andre has said again here, he's been queried once again about Wimbledon. He expects in every press conference he gives to be asked about that at least once, which he does, and he has stated that he might again skip Wimbledon next year.
Thank you. An exciting match. 4-1 Agassi. He's serving, and that's 2 breaks, so that's not a big lead.
15-1.
Only 8. I keep making that point about 4-1 with it. If 4-1-1 break, you're still in the set. The 4-1-2 break, you got a real battle. I guess he looks a little too strong. Well, if Jim gets stuck on the baseline, he's going to have a problem because he's as big as he is, tall, 6'4", he's not as quick, agile. And when you hit as hard as Agassi does, you don't have too much time to recover. The Triborough Bridge, as seen from the Fuji blimp, hovering overhead as it has been throughout the weekend. Piloted today by Greg Blank. Game to Agassi back here in the stadium.
Agassi leads 5-1.
Up 5-1 in the first set. He's not going to get any razor blade commercials, is he? Oh, he might. Before and after.
Look 15.
Good return.
Agassi hasn't dropped a set yet. The only other guy that can say the same thing is Ivan Lendl. The last man to win the U.S. Open without dropping a set was Neil Fraser back in 1960. He beat the Rocket, Rod Laver. Not an easy man to straight set.
I wouldn't think so. Break point, and that means 3 set points for Agassi. Two set points saved, and still one staring Jim Grabb in the face. Stadium court. Andre Agassi has won the first set. In a rather easy fashion, 6-1. The difference with that tactic right there, that shot, was that Grabb made his stroke and then came in behind it, rather than try to sort of take it real early in the rise and hit it on the dead run.
Love 30.
Savchenko up 2-1 in the third and final set over Sukova over in the grandstand. I understand that Barry McKay beat Laver in straight sets one time. He's over there in the grandstand.
1959 Davis Cup. He's quick to remind us, 7-5, 6-4, 6-1, I think it's
Piece of cake, no sweat, he said.
I caught him on a very slippery Grabb court that day, folks. Very lucky.
It's in the record book, isn't it, Bear?
That's correct. That's the only match I ever talk about, incidentally.
done by Agassi to finish the point off with a volley. You don't see him do this as often as you might. In he comes, down nicely for that backhand volley. It's really done very, very well. And I think,
he looks so confident, doesn't he, today?
Yeah, thought he hadn't impressed so far either. If they get closer, you know, you'll see. But I think he should do that more often, as I think Michael Chang should. Now, the return by Grabb. Grabb should do that more often, shouldn't he? Yeah. It wouldn't be 6-1 in the first set. 2 break points now. And that still has break points. And Johnny just tried to take that ball too early. It's too difficult to control it. Well, there's an interested spectator catching up on the news. One love in the second set. Agassi. Jim Grabb serving. Love won second set. And his second serve coming up.
Love 15.
A reminder that coming up, grandstand, the match between Ivan Lendl, the number 1 seed, and Andrei Technikov. And then here in the stadium, Sabatini against Martinez.
And Peter Martinez of Spain.
Good player. Ranked number 13, or seeded number 13.
Love 30.
When the day is complete, there will be 8 men and 8 women remaining.
15-30.
First base. Jim Grabb serves as first base, and watch him. Used to serving more aces than that. Up a break now. 3-2.
So often we see this kind of lopsided scores in the versus the Pinko match. A lot of talent, but still seriously remains deeply in the same net. Great games and then some bad games. Agassi, in the course of that point, just kept closing more and more with each stroke. He got him a little closer to the net, and that's where he finally ended it. But that's what he does so well. He just parks himself on the baseline and looks to get closer and closer.
One all, second set. New tennis balls in play. That means they'll travel a little faster. We'll be back at the U.S. Open after this word from your local station. Andre Agassi won the first set 6-1, leads 2-1 in the second. This is Jim Grabb serving. And serving better the last couple of games. That's 4 aces. Cougars are up now 4-2 over Shevchenko and the grandstand in the final set. And now it's 5-2 in the grandstand. We'll be switching over there. That's another service break. Right.
Two in a row, left by Grabb. Two well placed by Agassi. I think it's just going to be too hard for him all afternoon to try to stay with the pace and the speed, the footwork of Agassi. That was a nice surprise win for Jim Grabb and Pat McEnroe. They were seated here in the doubles, seated third, but they lost early. And Luke Jensen and David Wheaton.
A couple more young Americans.
Agassi applauds that as well. 40-30. All he could do is stab at it, Grabb. That's all he needed. Well off the court with Agassi.
Grabb. 5 aces now. That off the second serve. 2 all. 15 all. 2-2 in the second set. Agassi serving. 30-15 now. It's like Helena knew we had come to her on television at match point. Just blow that ace by her. Grabb is not making Agassi work at all. He's not getting the ball in play. He's not, really getting some rallies and see it. Maybe Agassi makes a mistake for it to get it back a few times.
The lock changed the course of his points. Agassi did a great job to get that back, but of course Grabb closed. Again, it's sort of what we've been saying all along. Grabb can't try to win with a great match. He's got to play solidly. A good match might help him win it.
Break point here now for Grabb. Agassi's been in net 10 times, and those last 2 points, the only 2 he's lost, so he's had a lot of success going in. That gets the break. And he leads 3-2 in the second. That leads 3-2. Gotten his first break of the match, service break. And he is serving better himself, so can bode very well for him.
30
Number 6. way to play a volley. Top spin to the distance side, but don't turn sideways. Move your feet. Snap the wrist up over the ball. Get a winner. Not bad. 40-15. Grabb. 7-8 is down for Grabb.
Grabb leads
4-2. Right now, let's go to Leslie Visser.
Thanks, Pat. I'm down here with Bob Grabb, who's Jim Grabb's brother and part-time coach. Bob, your brother isn't one of the young Americans. He's not Agassi or Chang, and he's not really one of the elder statesmen. He's not Mayotte or McEnroe. How would you characterize his career?
Well, he's right, like you said, he's right in between, and he's really had kind of a slow progress. Right after college, we were hoping that he was going to rise a little bit faster, but he's had a steady progress, and actually there's really been no complaints so far because he's been doing real well just to get this far.
What about today? He's coming on here in the second set. What would he have to do to win?
Well, I think he's finally calmed down a little bit. I don't know what the statistics are, but his first serve in the first set didn't look like they were going in very well. I think he's picked that up. He just got to calm down and play his game.
We'll see how it goes. Back to you, Pat.
All right, Leslie, thank you. 15 all. Agassi serving.
To answer Bob Grabb's question, Jim Grabb was serving at 54% in the first serve. Now it's up to 58. Of course, he's also had 7 aces. That's got to build your confidence. Put a few more teeth on your serve, too, once you get a couple of those.
Well, you remember when he served his first ace, he put his arms up in the air and sort of bowed to everybody that clapped for him. Things weren't going very well at that stage. Now it's picked up very nicely for him. Agassi. Grabb leads 4-3 in the second. Andre Agassi handily won the first set. 6-1. Jim Grabb serving at 4-3 in the second. And leading 15-love. Coming up, Yvonne Lindell will face Andrei Pesnikov in the grandstand. It's been a rather quiet U.S. Open this year for the defending champion and the number one player, the number one seed, Yvonne Lindell. You like that, Pat. You know, he sort of walks through his matches and no one's paying much attention to him. He just happens to be the best player in the world. And from a player's standpoint, if you avoid a lot of extra publicity and the hassles and everything else, it just makes your life a little easier as you go through the tournament to prepare for the later rounds. There's another guy that's doing that this year, too, and that's Edberg. He's just sort of cruising through. Remember, we talked about Wilander last year, the same deal. No one talked about it. He ended up winning the event. Two break points now for Agassi. That was a very tight-looking forehand attempt there. Nerves, perhaps, a little bit. 8 aces. Grabb. We could use another one right here. Almost. Good. As good as, isn't it? Yep.
Then it's Grabb. Agassi, and it's the first real trouble of the match for him. Here's a point for Jim Grabb to go up 5-3 second set. Oh, and that's a pity he missed that first serve. Again, percentage tennis has worked for him in set 2. Got away with it.
5-3. Grabb. Second set.
5-3. Up 15.
Agassi in 1988. This year has not been nearly as good.
Only in one final. That was the Italian Open. Alberto Mancini beat him. He had a couple of match points, too. Oh, that's a nice five. Plenty of craft in that, and a lot of good underspin. Hit right into the court, and Grabb had no play.
I don't know whether he thought that ball was going to go out or something, but he didn't make much of a swing at all on that particular turn.
He's got further for this one. Didn't help.
Not much of a swing at that one either. 5-4. Grabb in the second set. Serving.
That's 15.
And a double fault. That's 3 for him. Serving to win the second set after Agassi won the first.
All.
The Fuji glimpse. Looking down at Ellis Island. New York Harbor.
Grabb has only been winning 36% of his second serve points. What's the difference? Is when he gets his first serve in, he wins over 70%. You feel like running that number down to him right now, don't you?
He's got to get him in right here to run out this second set. But he knows that. Maybe he's trying a little too hard.
Very tight serving game for Grabb, trying to serve it out, 2 double faults.
That was more of a spear, that one. Really going, please pop that wrist at it, trying to guide it into the court.
out with the duty. But he's still in trouble.
Nice time for that one. 5-all. Nothing he can do. Then keep moving forward. Got in halfway from that service line, and you're vulnerable to that quick lob. It still was an excellent one by Agassi, so he's losing at 5-all.
Okay.
Reznikov won the first game, held his serve. Grabb center.
Just to show you how Andre's serving, he's hitting 69% of his first serve points, and a nice high 60% on second serve. That's been a huge problem for Jim Grabb against Agassi today. He's just not getting enough returns back into the court. So many key points on second serve, so Agassi can afford to swing out. And he just did. That's his third ace.
Agassi moves ahead to 5. He won the first set. It's the first point. And Grabb 31-15. Good serve. The famous Staten Island Ferry. Headed back toward Manhattan from Staten Island at the moment.
He needs a friendly call at this stage. Just a few minutes ago, he was serving for the second set.
2-2 double fault. 15-all now.
Boy, that lock cooking today. That's just so pretty. 15-30.
This is something that you didn't have to worry about 20 years ago. The only guy that I can recall in my time doing it was Dick Staples tried that once in a while with his Western forehand grip. The rest of us with shake-hand grip, you just couldn't really make that kind of a shot, and the faster you learned to do it.
Newton had a pretty good lob.
Nuke had it, yeah.
Nuke lob.
On the forehand side.
Yeah, great one.
Again.
15-40.
2 break points and 2 set points for Agassi. Quite lead.
Three in this game.
Second check to Agassi. Came from behind. That's the stadium.
Nice way to finish it, too. A cold winner after a couple of winning lobs as well. So Agassi's getting the message to Jim Grabb that he can pass him all kinds of ways.
The day has gotten clear now. USGA's National Tennis Center in Flushing Meadow, New York. For the 6th seed, Andre Agassi. Up 2 sets to love over Jim Grabb. Trying to get to the quarterfinals. Lindell and Tesnikov just underway in the grandstand. Tim Mayock beat Michael Chang earlier. Edberg and Connors tonight. Right here, Agassi and Grabb.
And again, Grabb having very little luck on Agassi's second serve. Not only his first. 15-30. Grabb is so intent on getting to the net that he walks right through his return.
2-1 Tesnikov in the grandstand. We want to thank Unisys for supplying the computer system which keeps track of matches all around the National Tennis Center. And furniture that with those statistics from time to time.
Pat, we've been doing this 18 years together, and when you think about when we first started, you didn't have media guides, we didn't have computers, didn't have teleprompters or the way things have progressed. The information that's supplied us now that we used to have to dig out ourselves,
We did well to have a place to sit.
40.
People climbing all over you. Now, of course, as far as hills.
dropping beer cans on you and everything else. Full one.
We'll be back at the U.S. Open after this word from your local station. In Grabb serving. The QE2 approaching New York. That costs more than a quarter, as does the Staten Island Ferry.
It goes farther, too, doesn't it?
A little bit nicer.
You ever been on that?
On the Staten Island Ferry, yes.
No.
Not on the QE2. I don't think they have a golf course on a QE2, do they?
Don't think so.
Grandstand, Tesnikov up 3-1 over Ivan Lindell.
He'll hit a lot of balls back where you talk about keeping the ball in play. Young man can do that extremely well.
A little frustration seems to be creeping into Jim Grabb.
Now down at break point.
He's self-destructive.
Yeah. Just hasn't
gotten the ball in play nearly enough on Agassi's serve, trying to take it so early. Game to Agassi.
Too low.
Two-love third set. Agassi's broken Grabb's serve 6 times in this match. Grabb's only been able to break his one time. Talk about the match coming up tonight, Tony and Mary. Connors and Edberg. What do you think? Well, I think you certainly have to think that Edberg is going to win. He's been quietly going through this draw. He was in the finals of the French, finals of Wimbledon. Jimmy, at age 37, certainly not playing the way he used to play. I hope that Jimmy physically is okay. Now, the leg problems that he had the other night will not affect him. What have you heard about that, man?
Yeah, that very serious cramping is so debilitating. He took a pretty easy day of it yesterday, but you've got to like Edberg. He's looking so good. He's beaten Connors badly the last couple of times he's played.
Gary Wadler, the doctor here, we talked to him about it, and he said he thinks Jimmy's going to be okay in terms of playing. He just got dehydrated.
It'll be tough, though, on Connors because it puts even more pressure on him to close it out in straight sets. You know, he's going to have to do a lot of damage early and try to get off the court.
Game Agassi leads the draw. Third set.
What a surprise that McEnroe did lose here and so early. He'd only had 5 losses in '89 coming into the Open. He'd lost to Lendl twice, to Edberg twice, and to Boris Becker. He'd only lost to the top 3 guys in the world. Then he loses to a qualifier, Paul Harhus, Dutch player. Still shaking his head over that one. Oh, well. Touché.
Yeah. Then Grabb.
40-30.
Winning lob. 3-3 back on serve in the grandstand. Lendl and Kesnikov will be going over there. As soon as the issue is settled here, looks like it won't be too long. Grabb holds good. He trails 1-3.
Agassi leads 3-1.
In the third set. Agassi won the first 2 sets. Jet by Grabb. Yeah, I know Jim Grabb's style is to be aggressive, but if he did that more often, and then if he gets a short ball, you take it and come on in. Just don't rush things. And, give Agassi a chance to make mistakes. It's hard work. You're going to do a lot more running, hit a lot more balls, but it might be more effective.
all.
For a report, let's go again to Leslie Visser.
Well, Pat, I'm up here where the air is rare. Why would people come to these seats? This is my new friend Carol Poser. Carol, why are you sitting here? These are the only seats I could get, and I wanted to come badly enough, and I'm really enjoying myself. Well, at least you're out of the sun. What about you, Gail? You're up here. What do you think of these seats? The seats are great. You have a good view, but it's difficult to follow the ball when they're hitting the ball very fast. You can only see it when it lands, not when it's going across the court. Well, I should tell you that tennis is the same all over. The three of us actually got sick just a minute ago, so back to you, Pat.
Nice to go to the tennis match and see the ball once in a while. That sounds serious. That's nosebleed city up there, too. That is way up. They're talking about Jim Grabb doing this, not doing that. In the process, Agassi's hit 25 winners and only had 8 unforced errors as hard as he hits the ball. So he's been the main reason why Grabb's not having more success.
Still another mystic turn. Sparky Anderson's got a great coaching theory. He says if a team wants to win, you've got to let it. Andre Agassi must be thinking, well, if Jim Grabb wants to lose, I got to let him.
I guess so. Pretty solid theory. Worked for Sparky until this year, hasn't it?
He leads 4-1.
Agassi, he leads 4-1 in the USDA's National Tennis Center. Their number 1 seed, Yvonne Lindell, is playing. And he is now taking a 4-3 lead over Andrei Kesnikov. Back in the stadium, it's 4-1 Agassi in the third set. And he is up 2 sets to love. Agassi's done a good workmanlike job here today. A little lackadaisical early in that second set. Was able to get the break back and win the set 7-5. One more time.
He'll be seeing them in his sleep tonight. He'll be counting lobs. Instead of feet. Boy, that sun is in a bad position for Grabb. He keeps checking it. Right in his eye.
I think he's getting a reflection.
You can see it. It's bouncing right off his head.
I think he's getting a reflection off of the windows of the press box. And just like when you get a sun in a mirror right in your face. That's the spot right there. That's way at the top. As if things aren't tough enough.
30-40.
Now break point. Right at this stage, Grabb just saying, "Get me out of here." You know, let's get me to the locker room. Again, so you see him moving farther away from the center to get out of that reflection. Back to after that double fault, that's the fifth one. His son's actually on behind Grabb, reflecting down off the glass. You know who we're going to hear from? Lou Hester, man that built this place. He's getting mad. That's what we mentioned about the shadow from the big scoreboard coming on the court. Good to see him here, too. That scoreboard's gone, by the way. Quite a man. As Grabb straightens up and reaches up to serve, his face comes right into that reflection. He's trying, I think, change his toss a little bit to get his face out of that reflected light. See it right down there on his eye? Nice camera work, guys. Pretty discouraged young man at this stage, isn't he? You have to be. But he's had a good tournament. If this is the last match this year, he's done a good job. Here's another look. You watch Grabb's face now, you'll see how the light shines on it right there. Those ladies up the top can see the ball very well. Grabb and I can't see too well down here either. I think it's Grabb.
Have Summerall.
Just in time to see Jim Grabb pass. Andre Agassi. Agassi leads 4-2 in the third set. He's won the first two sets. the long arm of the law reaching out there and making a little drop volley. Real good pressure put on by Agassi. He has Grabb on the defensive, and this is a very solid finish with a high backhand cross court right here. Not an easy shot at all. Two break points now for Grabb.
There's a nice return of serve from Jim Grabb, but that requires such exquisite timing. Hasn't been there for him enough today.
He'll break point. Grabb thought it was good. Out, I'm sorry. He thought it was over the baseline. David Littlefield is our umpire. We're in our final hour of coverage, by the way. Whatever we don't finish, we'll bring you on the highlight show tonight. Connors Edberg will be a good bit of that highlight show, I would imagine. Well, that's a good shot. Well behind the baseline. Watch where Agassi is. He's falling backwards behind the baseline. To get it that accurately down that line with pace was terrific. Some Agassi fans right back behind him. Agassi trying to stretch his lead to 5-2 in the first set. And he does. Agassi leads 5-2. He won the first two sets. Agassi trying to put this away. He leads 5-2 in the third set. They're winning the first two. If Grabb hadn't been 6-4, he couldn't reach that first one. Stadium, seen from the eye of the Fuji blimp. He is hovering up there, piloted today by Greg Plant.
You ever been in one of those?
No. I was once. It's a funny feeling when you're leaving the ground.
I heard it's cold in there, too.
I don't recall that, but
40 feet.
.40-15.
And Grabb.
12 base for Grabb.
Agassi leads
5-3 now. The Cubs are in town to face the Mets at Shea Stadium. Cubs lead. It's now just a game and a half.
That was fun to be with the Hall of Famer Harry Carey, huh? What a great guy he is.
Think they were waving at the balloon?
I don't know. Dirty low.
It's really something that Agassi has marched all the way now, just 2 points in the quarters, and he still hasn't been challenged. Really hasn't impressed or tested at all. Of course, he was a semifinalist here a year ago. He beat Connors in the quarters for losing to Lendl after taking that exciting first set from him.
Well, a point away now. To Agassi. An hour and 49 minutes. It's Andre Agassi. He defeats Jim Grabb. The winner's reaction. Andre taking time to sign a few autographs. He moves on to the quarterfinals. Right now, let's go down to Tim Ryan.
So Andre Agassi advances to the quarterfinals, and he'll await the winner of the Edvard Connors match being played here tonight. And meanwhile, Ivan Lendl and Andrei Chesnikov are underway over on the grandstand court. Andre Agassi, welcome. Congratulations again. Another easy victory for you. Is that good or bad? You're playing so well. You got to feel good about it. But would you like to be getting a little more of a test?
Heck no, you know. I feel great just getting through it. I think most people would, you know, whether it's tough or easy, I think it's important to get through it. And I think the reason why it's better to win quickly is obviously to save, you know, that take a feel that you have for the rest of the 2 weeks, because that's the problem with a lot of players, is that there's still so much energy getting by the first few rounds. It's so drained by the end of the tournament, and hopefully I'm saving energy for that.
Well, I've called it, and many others have, the toughest tournament in tennis. I think all of the conditions and the fact that you're playing on hard courts, and most years it's much hotter than it is this year. It's a long 2 weeks, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I think all Grand Slam events really are. You know, this and the French, I guess you could really compare, because the French play, forget it, you're out there under 3 hours, you're doing good. You know, it's usually every match is 3-4 hours if you're really, having a tough one. And,
Grand Slam event over a 2-week period, emotionally it takes a lot out of you, more so than even physically.
Sure. Let's go back and look at match point here, because I think you're playing with such confidence and you're so relaxed. We're seeing it near the end of your matches. The traditional hit of the ball up there for some fans to have, and over to congratulate Tim Grabb. Now, he had beaten you once before, right?
Well, we were 1-1 actually. I played in my first freshman tournament. I was 16. I just came on the tour. He just came out of college, and it was in the semis of a $100,000 tournament. So I beat him pretty handily in straight sets, and then we played in the finals of Seoul, Korea about a year and a half later, where he beat me in a tough three-set match.
So you weren't going out there just saying, hey, this is a walkover.
No, I wasn't, but I felt pretty confident, mainly because, you know, he really had a tough match against Emilio Sanchez the other day, and I knew that probably took a lot out of him, and I'd been kind of rolling through mine. I thought I was probably feeling a little stronger. I knew that if I could just return well early on in the match, maybe I could set the tone, and fortunately I did that.
Right. Well, you've got the winner of Connors and Edberg next, and everybody's going to be looking forward to that. They saw you against Connors last year. Stefan Edberg, great players, we all know. What are your thoughts? Any preference? Any feeling you'd like to have Jimmy back here in New York and all of that stuff?
Well, I think for Jimmy's sake, I'd like to see, you know, him win, just because, you know, I mean, it's, you know, maybe his last year, maybe not. You never know with him. But I think that with his crowd here, I think they'd love to see him win, and I think he'd be pleased with that. And as far as Stefan goes, you know, he just always plays well at the right time, so it's, you know, it's not going to be easy for either one of them.
He was a little annoyed at you, Connors was last year, because he heard that you had been talking to a friend and predicted a victory over him.
Yeah, that was actually happened to the press, and I've had to answer for that so many times that it wasn't the way it came out. But, you know, hopefully Jimmy knows me a little better than that. And, you know, at any rate, I think it's going to be entertaining tonight.
And I guess the other big discussion involving you apart from this tournament is, will you play on the grass at Wimbledon next summer? Made up your mind yet?
Oh, you know, I'm not the kind of person. I'm pretty spontaneous. I don't really, you know, my life isn't really structured. As of now, I'm not going to play, but who knows?
Things change.
Oh, yeah.
Things change. Okay, Andre. Keep it going. We'll be looking forward to that next match, no matter who's in it with you. It'll be exciting.
Thanks.
Good job today, Andre Agassi.